Hey, what's up everybody? Brian here with the Holy Roller, playing craps on a cruise to earn a free cruise at Casino Royale on the freedom of the sea. I'm gonna give you a tour of the casino. Watch this, check it out. Welcome to the Holy Roller, where it's all about playing craps, earning free cruises, and a whole lot more. Thanks for watching, and now let's get rolling. Okay, so here we are in Playmakers. Right outside of the casino, there's Playmakers, sports bar. Kind of has some slots coming into it. So I could show you those. Those are temporary. Everything's off right now. It's the first day, and I'm gonna just walk around and show you all of this stuff. So we have some tables here. There's some tables over there and some slot machines. Let's start with the host desk, because that's one thing you're gonna wanna know whenever you come on Royal Caribbean with a cruise. And then I'll show you some of these tables, and I'll actually show you some of the slot machines so you can get an idea of what kind of slot machines are in here, okay? So the first thing we want to do is look at the casino host, or find the casino host desk. Sometimes they don't have a desk, but you can always find these kind of plaques. They might be up on the wall next to the cashier, kind of like over there. But what you're going to find is you're going to find when the casino's open. So find out when the casino's open so you can plan your play, just like you would plan everything else that you'd be doing for your trip, right? Because this is entertainment, but it's also an investment in towards a free cruise. Hopefully it won't lose all your money, but there's all these different like scan codes. Each one of these codes has like a list of cruises that you'll get to choose from if you rack up the rewards and are able to get enough points to get a free cruise. So look at this, it's 400, 600, 800, 1200. You get a complimentary interior stateroom on select dates. That's where those come in. But it's on, this is for two people, by the way. Complimentary cruise for two. Now you can see it says $300 off, but then it also says complimentary. What that has to do with is the next cruise booking. So to do a next cruise booking before you leave the ship, you put a $200 deposit down, and then you'll be able to have that free cruise rather than just $300 off a cruise. $1,500, you'll get a cruise, an interior cruise on the select voyages, but then if you book before you leave, you'll get $100 worth of free play. And you can see that $2,000, you get more dates to choose from, and $150. And at $3,000, you get an ocean view, and $250, and so on. Look at this one. Balcony, more dates to choose from, a lot of balconies, $500 of free play, and $6,500 balcony stateroom, $750. Look at this, 9,000 points, junior suite, and you get $1,000 worth of free play, and then you get 15,000 points on one cruise, by the way, and you'll get a junior suite with $1,500 worth of free play. And then do we really need to talk about the 25,000 points? I think somebody can do it, but I'm gonna explain how this works in just a few minutes as we walk around. But I did wanna show you this. Now, I think your goal should be at least get a free cruise. If you come here, don't leave without a free cruise, right? Now, look, the way it works is you get points for playing in the casino. And you also get not only points for the casino, but you get perks once you get to a certain level. So let me show you the levels that they have in the what's called the Casino Royale, the Club Royale. They have choice. Let me just show you this one right here. So they have choice. Sorry about that, that little move there. So they have choice between 1 and 24.99. If you get 2,500 points, you're gonna be prime. And let me show you what that gets you, okay? So again, you got this 2,000 level, but if you got 3,000, you would have not only a free cruise, but you'd have $250 worth of free play. Put $200 down, and that's an extra 50 bucks, right? But look, you also get this. When you get prime, you actually get a discount at the internet discount or the spa discount. You get an internet discount. Now watch what else you get. You get the SeaPass card convenience fee waived. That's a 5% fee. So if you charge to your room when you're at a table, it's gonna cost you 5%. But when you get to Prime, no charge for that. It's convenience fee of 5% is waived. But look, this is the big one. You get complimentary drinks in the casino when you get to Prime. Now, if you didn't know, when you come on a cruise, the drink package for getting drinks is around $100 a day. So you can save significant amount just by getting this, because you'll have free drinks in the casino. But this is the big one. Once you get to 25, let's say you get to 3,000 points here, you're gonna win this cruise right here, but you're also gonna get to Prime, which gets you another cruise, an annual cruise for being Prime. And so we're gonna talk more about that in other videos, so subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see that. But right now, let's check out the rest of this casino. All right, so we're gonna just come right over here on this side and where we started, okay? So we're gonna start, here's single deck blackjack, single deck blackjack. Now notice there's no bonuses, it's single deck. It's probably, yeah, $15 minimum, okay? But look, blackjack on the ships always pay 6 to 5. So it's not the best payout. And that's why I think if you ever play blackjack, even though this is single deck and this might have more decks, it looks like, what is that, maybe six or 8 decks, $15 minimum. But look at this bonus. This bonus is probably why you play, because this payout is way better than any blackjack that you could get. Look at that. Now, if you do get, you know, a pair of queens, look at that, 125 to 1. Oh my gosh, if the dealer has blackjack, when you have a pair of queens, same, the hearts, you know, look at that, 1,000 to 1. You could put $1 there, but I would recommend kind of playing it even. And this is not financial advice, by the way, but whatever you put here and just try to win this bet, and then just keep playing until you win this bet. Forget that bet, you know, that, but you do have to bet that. All right, that's not financial advice. Speaking of not financial advice, watch out for this game. The key master is a master of taking people's money, okay? I don't know if people realize this, but the thing about this is just like a slot machine. It's not gonna stop and drop any money until a certain amount of money has went in there. Okay, so you think you have a chance, but you don't have a chance until a lot of money has went through. So, I put some money through that, by the way. All right, let's check out this table here, and then we'll look at some slots. Okay, here is the 3-card poker. 10, 10, and 5 on the 6 card is the minimum. But you can see 3-card poker, and I'll show you the payouts really quick and how that works. There's that one, and here is this one. All right, so that is that, and then of course another blackjack, $25 minimum, okay? But remember, there's the bonuses, same bonus that you have. You're gonna have a lot of blackjack tables. Here's a roulette, and so it looks like it's a $10 minimum. Now, even though that says $10 minimum, it might not be 10 by the time the cruise starts. The minimums that you're seeing right now are for the last cruise. So always just come to the casino and see. You can see that this is a 00, okay? And let's take a look. It looks like a $2 minimum on the numbers. I haven't seen this on a Royal Caribbean, by the way. Usually it's $1 minimum, and even if it's like $10, it would be a $10 spread, $1 minimum. So I don't know if this is actually gonna be it, but let's take a look at this wheel and see if it's, yep, the scoops. See those scoops? Oh my goodness. The ball just goes and goes and goes. It doesn't stop that easy, what I'm trying to say. Some wheels are different. So here's another blackjack, $25 minimum. Same thing as before, pays 6 to 5, just like we talked about. And look, here is another, what is this one? This one looks like Ultimate Texas Hold'em, okay? So you're gonna see the payouts here. And again, the bonuses is what you play for on these. And now you might say, okay, what about that free cruise stuff you're talking about, Brian? I see you give me a tour of the casino, but what about that free cruise stuff? All right, let's start with slots, and I'll show you the slots so you could see the different slots that are in the casino in case you're looking for your favorite one. And while you're looking for your favorite one, I'll tell you how it works, all the point system, okay? So there's some of these. All right, so here's the point system on slots. Every $5 is 1 point. Now you might say, wait a minute, I remember you said $5 is 1 point, and you said it's 1,200 points for a free cruise. Yes, you were right. You heard me correctly. It's 1,200 points for a free cruise. And some of these are closed, by the way, but so you can kind of see what they are. But so you might say, that's a lot of money. Because if you do the math, you know, like if you were to do the math, I think it's like, what, $6,000 that has to go through for 1,500 points or something. Well, if you win money and then you play it down, you know, you put some money in, and maybe it's like, what, $100 you put in, for example, and you press the you know, you do like minimum bet or maximum whatever, you just press it, and you know, you bet $1 and then you win 75 cents, you know, maybe you win 75 cents, or you play $1, you win $1, you play $1, you win 50 cents, you know. So I think that's kind of how it goes, you know, your $100, because if you did the math pretty quick, you would probably say, well, I could tell that's 20 points for $100. If it's $5 for 1 point, $100 would only give me 20 points. But it actually works a little bit different, because you'll win some, you'll lose some. And because of that, you can see there's Wheel of Fortune here. But because you kind of win some and lose some, I would say, just on my experience, and I could be wrong, but I would say it's about $1 for 1 point. So meaning every $100 that you have, you would probably get 1 point per, you'd probably get 100 points for that. So you might say, okay, 1,200 points for a free cruise, I need $1,200. Now this is just my advice, like I said, not financial advice, and I could be wrong, it could be more or less, but in my experience and with people that I've spoken with, whatever they put through is about, like if like I said, if they bring $1,200, they could probably count on about 1,200 points. So you might say, because the big thing that people always ask is they always ask, okay, you won a free cruise in the casino. How much did you lose if you won a free cruise? And is it really a free cruise if you lost a bunch of money? Yeah, you're right. You're kind of prepaying for your cruise. I would say if you brought, like this cruise that I'm on cost $2,000, right? Value of $2,000, because I got a balcony and all that. Well, it only cost me about $500, and I just happen to play craps instead of this. And I'm going to explain the table games in just a second. But I just happen to play craps instead of slot machines. But I'd done it for $500. But if I won this cruise and I had $1,200 and I won this cruise, this $2,000, that's still like an $800 discount when you think about it. Now, if it was a $2,000 cruise, I always recommend not to bring more than $2,000. Now, if you get like those balconies and those junior suites, those are worth a lot more. I mean, some of them are worth up to $10,000, but you're going to need a lot of points. So you saw those 10,000 points, you know, 6,000 points. You can probably win a higher level cruise if I guess the slots spin in your way, or the dice roll your way, or the roulette numbers hit your way, you know? So there are some other machines in here that might be, look, there's a coin pusher right there. Dragon, Jewel of the Dragon. Okay, so you see those? So there's that. And there's this too. Same thing. The claw is the same thing as that other one over there on the other side. It's not going to give you your money. Don't worry about it. It won't pick nothing of that up. But it's fun to try. Okay, so let's talk about the tables, okay? Because I gave you an example. It's 5 points. Or $5 is 1 point. $5 is 1 point. Here's the casino bar, by the way, right in the middle. Okay, and there's some stairs that go up to the promenade. There's a restroom, ladies' restroom right over there, and a men's restroom is right over here next to these tables. I'll show you that in a minute. Now there is video poker. I didn't see it, but video poker Usually it's over there, right? But I think maybe they don't have them. I'm not sure. But video poker is $10. You get 1 point on video poker. So slots are $5. You get 1 point. Video poker, every $10 you get 1 point. Okay. Now here's another blackjack table. It looks like it's $15 minimum. And another roulette. It's a 00 roulette, just like over there. It looks same thing, $2 minimum. I think they're gonna change that, but I don't know. You never know, but I'm assuming the wheel is the same. Yes, it is the scoop wheel. And again, this is on the Freedom of the Sea. On Quantum class ships, because they're European ships and they go over to Asia sometimes, they actually have single zero, and some single zeros are $5 minimums on a single zero roulette. Some are 10, but anyway, this one looks like a $2 minimum, $10 minimum table. I don't think I haven't seen that a lot. I've seen $5 on the outside, $1 minimum spread, like $5 spread, but yeah, I don't know, I haven't seen that. So here's another blackjack. It's the same payout as before, okay? And then I'll show you this one, same thing, it says $15. So again, like I was saying, check the minimums. Like now you could check the minimums, but they might change by the time the cruise starts. And so you never know. All right, here's another Texas Hold'em. And so there's that. But let's talk about how to get points at the tables, because points at the tables is a little bit different. And there's a formula, and they're gonna tell you when you ask, they're gonna tell you it's all about average bet and time at the table. And that's true. It's average bet, time at the table. And there's some formula that they calculate. But what I would do is, if I were you, I would take, like, at roulette, for instance, or over here, wherever, whatever you're buying in with, think about your average bet and try to play for 1 hour. So let's say you bet in for $100 and you bet for 1 hour and you're betting $5, right? Your average bet for that $5 for that 1 hour could be anywhere around $5. That's just my experience. That's just my advice. I could be wrong. It could be more, could be less. Oh, okay, look at this one. This one's totally different. So if I played roulette, I would play at this one, because that's a better, let me see what the minimum is. See, it still says $2 minimum. That's really strange, which means it's a $10 table. So I'm curious to see if it's gonna be like this on the Freedom of the Sea. I'll put it in the comments. I'll pin it in the comments if any of these went down, just so you know. All right, let me see what's right over here, because I didn't show you these machines. So just so you know, you can see, oh, it looks like these have a couple different locket links. And there is goldfish feeding time. And there is buffalo right over here. All right, let's talk about the tables again, because I know that could be confusing, okay? Well, the reason why I play craps on a cruise to earn a free cruise, average bet and time at the table, you could bet higher at craps than you can here. Now, if I had to choose, like if the craps table wasn't open, now, and that's something to think about, if the craps table is not open, or just because the casino's open, doesn't mean the craps table's open. It doesn't mean that all the tables are open. Sometimes the casino's open and it's only a few tables and it's all the slot machines. So if the casino's open, the slot machines are open, but it doesn't mean that every table's open, or it doesn't mean that you can actually play the game you want to play, because even if they only have 1 or 2 tables open, it would be packed, right? So that's kind of the way to think about it. But if the craps table wasn't open, I would play roulette, because I could play roulette. I could buy in for like $300, play for an hour, just play like the outside, and I could probably in that hour make about 80 to 100 points. That's just my average. And sometimes I'll walk away with my 300. So I play a system, kind of hedge system, or just play like the outside or whatever. Some simple system just to be there and play. Now here's the tip that I'm giving you. whenever you cash in and say you have to use the restroom, or say you have to like go do something really quick, you know, like go check something, don't cash out. Just tell them, leave your chips and say, I'll be right back. Because once you check out and then check back in and check out and check back in and check out and check back in, your average bet goes way down, okay? So the other thing about it is make sure to play for at least 1 hour. If you play for 20 minutes, I wouldn't expect any points really. You gotta play for 1 hour to get any points at any of these tables. That's just my coaching tip for you, if you would, okay? So let me show you, I think I showed you all these tables. Oh, let me talk to you about the Ultimate Texas Hold'em right over here. So this is Texas Hold'em, and this is where people play against each other, right? So they'll host the game and they'll have a rake that they do, and you sit here until there's enough people and then they start playing. The thing about this is you don't get any points towards a free cruise when you play this one, okay? Texas Hold'em. Now the Ultimate Texas Hold'em over there, you get points for a free cruise, but here you do not get a free cruise. And I've heard from one of the pit bosses, I don't know if he's supposed to tell me, but he said the worst table game in the whole casino for getting points is 3-card poker, just so you know, okay? 3-card poker, that's what he said is the worst points. It gives the worst points. And the way to think about it is if it's a higher casino edge, you get more points. Lower casino edge, you get less points, okay? So that's why you don't get a lot of points on craps, people would say. But I'm gonna tell you how you can earn a free cruise by playing craps, okay? Now this is a $10 minimum. And average bet, if you bet, you would have $10 right there. But whenever you play craps, you want to play at least 4 numbers. You don't want to play less than 4 numbers at a time. So that would be $40. Or if it's a 6 and 8, it has to be $12. So that would be $44 if you had a 5, 6, 8, and 9. That would be $44, right? So, and you might say, well, no, I want to do $10. Now remember, you play $10 and you're only going to get 10 points for an hour. But then, think about this. You play $44, you're going to get about 40 points per hour. And the thing about craps is it moves kind of slow sometimes. Now you might say, oh, this is a fast game. Craps is a fast game. But on the cruise, there's a lot of people learning, there's a lot of dealers learning, and it moves a little bit slower. But they also have this coin right here that they count how many rolls you're here. And so I would say, whether it goes fast or slow, if you had 44 inside or around $40 per shooter, and you stayed for 1 hour, that would probably be about 10 shooters, okay? So if you did $44 for 10 shooters, that's like $440, right? So let's say $500. If you bring $500 to the craps table, and this is not financial advice, but this is what I would do. If you bring $500 to the craps table and play for 1 hour at 44 or around $50 per shooter, you would be here for 1 hour and you would have 50 points. And will you lose it all? Yeah, you could lose it all fast. You could win some. There's different strategies that you can play. But now take it up a level. Think about this. You put, they're gonna do announcement. Sorry, let me pause it and come back to you because they're doing this announcement for people. 1 second. Okay, let me tell you. Now remember oh my gosh, another announcement. Okay, for reals this time. I hope that's the last announcement. All right, here we go. What if you played $100 inside, like 110? So you had 25, 30, 30, and 25. That's $110. And you played for 1 hour. You'd have 100 points. Okay, now watch this. And say you played 3 hours a day, right? For 4 days, free cruise, right? Now you might say, okay, well, how much would I need, right? Now you'd say, okay, $100 per shooter for 10 shooters is $1,000 that you would be buying in for. Now watch this. Okay, here's the next level, because I have a system I call Light in the Darkness. You can watch some of my videos if you want to see it. I put $100 on the don't pass line, then $110 out there, and if any number hits, I put it on the point, right? If you know craps, you know what I'm talking about. But you have $100 here and $100 there. If a 7 comes, you know how everybody always loses their money whenever a 7 comes? You would lose 110, but you would win 100, so you'd only lose $10 if the 7 came. Now, the reason why we're putting our first hit on the point, whatever the point is because if the point hits, say the point is 9, we have 110 inside, and we have $100 right here, and say a 5 hits. I would take the winnings from the 5, the $35, put it on the 9. Then if the 9 hits, it would pay the 100 plus the earnings that I hit with the 5. I hope that makes sense. The 5, I had 35. That would make that, like, it would pay 70, right? 70 plus 35 is 105, but I would lose 100 and I would make $5. So, but guess what? What would the average bet be? $200, over $200 average bet. You do that for 1 hour, you have 200 points. You do that for 2, 3, 4 hours, which is one session. And you could do it with $1,000, by the way, because you're hedging. You don't need, because you have $200 out there, you don't need 2,000. But even if you brought 2,000 and did this system, you would have $200 average bet. After 2 sessions, you probably have a free cruise, and you can keep your money. At the slot machines, I don't know if you could do that. Some people do that, but there's no lying to the slot machine, okay? And what I mean by that is, if you have, 500 points in a slot machine, I mean, you had to put, 5 points or $5 for every 1 point. So if you have 500 points, how much money did you put through that? You know what I'm saying? At craps, it's totally different, and that's why I play Craps on a Cruise to earn a free cruise. Well, I know that was a lot of information, but I wanted to give you a tour of the casino here at the Freedom of the Seas with Royal Caribbean. I have all kinds of videos where I do tours of the casinos, so if you're ever going on one of the Royal Caribbean ships, check out my channel and see if I've been there to do a tour. Now, I've been on a lot of ships, but I started doing these casino tours because I couldn't find them, and I know some people do them, so thank you for those that are doing them. But mine, I think I have a little niche here that I'm actually not only showing you the casino, but then telling you how to get a free cruise. Come on, somebody. And if you want to see more, watch this video. And don't forget to subscribe, and I hope to see you cruising and rolling on a craps table soon. See ya.